We have our special guest here. You guys would not believe it. This man right here is the one, the only. His videos are, need I say no more? This is Proulx. All right, man. Ben. We are so glad that you visit us down here at Charged Up today. It is a new year.
Thank you for having me.
There's music. Music is going everywhere, and thanks to you.
It's a good year, man.
Thanks
It's
to
a good new year coming
people
up.
in your field with your creative attitude, your own free thoughts of making videos the way they are nowadays. It's crazy. So, we have questions to ask. Now.
Ask away.
Now, how do you come up with these videos?
Well, specifically because here's the thing.
We're talking like, all right, because it's the questions we have are crazy. Let's start with Joyner Lucas.
So Joyner and I have been working together for 2 years now, probably, I would say. And Joyner is one of the, I had seen Ross Cappuccioni, which, you know, I don't know who watching has seen, but if you haven't, see it. Great video. And I was like, I need to work with that guy. But his visions are already, the way Joyner works is he has the ideas. These are all Joyner's ideas. And you know, we riff and like he'll call me and be like, I have this idea. Like, what do you think? And we'll talk and we'll discuss it. But they're his visions, his ideas. And then I'm just there to make sure that, you know, everything gets shot well, everything goes according to his vision, and collaborate with him on, you know, a level where he is able to shine the most.
All right, so now, when you're shooting that video, specifically that video, how did you feel about that video? Because it created a big controversy throughout the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big controversy. Obviously, Joyner and I believe yourself wanted it to go in a different way.
I think right from the start we knew that it was going to create a buzz. And I mean, when Joyner, the way Joyner works, he works really fast. So we were in the studio, we were talking, and kind of riffing about, you know, a bunch of videos we were going to do. And then that specific idea with the white guy saying racist things into a camera was the original kind of thought, and then that developed into, you know, over the course of a couple of days, that developed into having the black guy responding, right? And so that came together. That whole idea came together in probably 48 hours, and then 24 hours later, he had the track, he had the song.
Yes.
And so he sent that to me. He called me up. He's like, all right, I have this thing. This thing is crazy. Like, I'm sending it to you right now. Listen to it, call me back. And I listened to the thing, and I was just like,
yeah,
what?
Like, so
I was like, this is the one, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. Honestly, at first, when I first started watching it, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Then, because I have an open mind, and I knew there had to be something more to it.
Right.
Because I seen it on the Facebook, and you know, people write their little stuff to it, so you don't really know what it is.
Well, his original intention was to, not original intention. His intention in general is to have people think that the white guy, people who aren't Joyner fans already, think that this guy is Joyner, the white guy.
The white guy.
At the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was his.
Because I seen somebody from some guy was talking about it. His video went viral. He's saying, "Oh, if I was a rapist type thing."
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
you're talking about the one from, they had like it was like the NAACP.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that video seems to like stick with the I'm Racist video side by side, and I'm like, he probably didn't even listen to the whole The whole thing.
Yeah, well, what I think, you know, that was misunderstood, or not misunderstood, but like that. See, here's the thing. Like, Joyner was specifically speaking to this type of person and this type of person with that track. And I mean, I think certain people who relate to that track are going to get the most out of it.
Yes.
And then there's of course, like, you know, you can't hit every single person.
And we're in a different generation where back then racism, people still looked down on the kids from poverty, and they didn't sag their pants, and they didn't do all this other stuff that people criticize the kids now about. But that was back then, and this is now what they criticize the kids about. So I understood the message where Joyner was going.
And I think, you know, I think Joyner, part of the sagging the pants thing, and is Joyner's trying to get across with that is like, why can't I sag my pants?
Yeah.
Why is that a problem,
big deal? Yeah.
You know?
So like, what led you to start shooting music videos? What was your role? Like, when did you get into that zone that you just wanna, like, this is what you do?
Well, my story is long.
Let's hear the short version of it.
So the short version of it is, well, I really started to do it like probably 3 years ago or so, 4 years ago. I was out in LA, which is a whole other lifetime, feels like, and then I came back and joined forces with my now business partner, Connor Hayes, who is an engineer, producer, mixer, and
Shout out Connor Hayes.
yeah, and he and I, well, he had already started Project 2, which is the company, and I kind of came and brought like a video element to that, and I had been doing it, like I had done a movie that was in Boston Film Festival, and I had done a lot of short films and things like that, and I was coming out of that, and we were kind of like, well, we need to make money, so we started looking to commercials, music videos, things like that, and then the music video thing, because it was a studio, it was like already a music studio. He already had a few artists coming through there. He was working with us, just started shooting videos for them, and then that kind of gradually took off. And
so that you said earlier something about making up Spielberg, right?
I did an interview with Steven Spielberg.
How was that?
It was cool. It was surreal.
His mind. He makes crazy movies.
Yeah.
So I guess it's pretty inspiring to you. What inspired you to like do this and continue on with it? I'm pretty sure you had your ups, your downs.
I'm inspired by everything. I would say, like, everything. I'm inspired right now. I'm inspired by this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always inspired.
That's a good attitude. That's a great attitude. Now, let's talk about Token.
Let's talk about Token.
Let's talk about Token. What video was it? The
Little Boy.
Little Boy.
Yeah.
That video. I'm still here. All right.
Yeah.
Now, how did you guys come up with that?
That was Token.
That was Token?
Yeah, Token actually sent me a. Token's very meticulous, and he's very focused, and he's very serious about his craft. That's a guy who works hard, and you know, it's interesting because like the way Token is on stage, his stage presence and how he is, versus how he is like with me in the studio when we're like drawing up ideas or whatever. He's very chill. Token is very chill, and very focused, and he sent me like a whole treatment basically for that video.
So like,
and then we went back and forth.
The part with the little girls and the older girls, that part had to be going. I'm like, wow, this is really cool video.
Yeah,
it's a really cool video. Like, how'd you guys like come up with that? Like, how was that put together?
The like, how was it shot?
Yeah, like.
So we basically just had, you know, we do the trick where we keep the camera locked down, and then, you know, we just switch things out, and we have him do his performance, and then I can just crop and feather. So to make, you know.
Seemed like they was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just cut on this side.
Cause in the school, you got kids throwing papers. You got everybody running around.
That little kid,
like,
the kid Alex, who was a little boy.
Yeah.
He's a dancer, so he was hitting it. You know, when we had the playback on set, he was on beat. He was right on time.
And on time with it.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh man, the whole video, like, and he's jumping to the school, he's jumping, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. I want to be in this video. I want to be snapping everywhere. Like, the video was great. Like,
thanks, man.
you guys are making a deep impact with music, videos. Like, it's gonna make a change. I'm very, very happy that you're down here. You came down, and if it was crazy, well, why don't you let everybody know where to find you at, contact you at, if they want to get in contact with you for some videos or whatever the case is, let them know where to find you at.
Totally. This is where I break the fourth wall, right? I'm gonna do at BT Proulx. That's my Instagram. Proulx, which is spelled Proulx. Proulx. BT Proulx. Benjamin Timothy Proulx.
All right, Ben. All right, guys, that was the one and only Ben Proulx. Down here, exclusive, charged up top 10.